My dear students, in this class, Chapter 1, Living or Living World. This chapter already explained in another video lecture. But I want to see how far you have followed that lecture. I will try to take a revision of this topic and put some questions. How far you answer those questions? Some questions are just like a NEET, just some questions are some objective type. Now, the first question is, why are the living organisms classified? Living organisms are classified, we know, plants, animals, microorganisms in plants, algae, fungi, bryophytes, pteridophytes, flowering plants, dicots, monocots. Similarly, in animals, right from protozoa to chordates, mammals. So, why this classification is necessary? Classification is necessary to better understand them, to better study them, to better utilize their uses. Without classification, it will be very difficult to understand them. So, therefore, a classification is necessary for anything, not only living organisms. If you have a lot of things, then a classification is necessary. If you go to a grocery shop, if you go to a medical shop, there is a classification, their own classification. So, that's why when there is large number, a classification is necessary to better understand them, better name them, to better their characters, to better utilize their uses. Why are the classification systems changing every now and then? So, right from the time of Theophrastus, Aristotle, classifications have been proposed. Linnaeus classification. In plants, we have different types of classifications. Similarly, animals also different types of classifications. Why? Day by day, we are getting better knowledge of the plants, animals, other organisms. In view of the better knowledge, we feel that a new classification is necessary. For example, Linnaeus classification is artificial classification based upon the flowers, based upon the stamens. But after that, natural classifications came, just like Bentham and Hooker's classification. And after that, evolutionary classification based on evolutionary principles. For example, Takhtzon classification, Hutchinson classification. So therefore, when our knowledge about the living organisms grows, when we get more the insights of the living organisms, we feel that a better classification is necessary, useful. What do we learn from identification of individuals and populations? What do we learn from identification of individuals and populations? Identification is necessary. When you see a plant, when you see an animal, when you see an individual, suppose you have come across a person, first you try to identify him, then later name, then his history, who is he. So therefore, identification of individuals and populations is very necessary. Given below the scientific name of mango, Identify the correctly written name. 4 names are given for mango, scientific names. One is Mangifera indica, second is Mangifera indica, third is also Mangifera indica, fourth is Mangifera indicum. Scientific name is Mangifera indica. Therefore, we can strike off this, delete this. Then among the 3, Mangifera indica, this is wrong because the species name is in capital letter. Species name should always be in small letter. So this is wrong. Then Mangifera indica, this is also Mangifera indica. But what is the difference? Here it is in italics, here it is in normal letters. Any scientific name should be in italics letters. Therefore, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Correct name is Mangifera indica. Genus name capital, species name small letter, and both the names should be printed in italics, or if written hand with a hand, pen or pencil, then they should be underlined separately. Identify the correct sequence of taxonomic categories. In taxonomic hierarchy, we have the lowest rank, highest rank. Species to kingdom. One after the other. Species, genus, next rank, family, like that. So taking that chart, we have to identify the correct answer. Species, order, phylum, kingdom. 1. Species, genus, species, order, kingdom. Species, genus, order, phylum. Species, family, phylum, genus. This is wrong. Species should be followed by genus, then family. But here the genus is given last. That means it is shown as the highest rank within the 4. This is wrong. Then species, genus, order, phylum. Species, after that genus, then after that order, after that phylum. Then here lowest rank is shown as genus. After that species, this is wrong. Then here species, order, phylum, kingdom. So these two seem to be correct, but within these two, this is more correct because species is followed by genus, order, phylum. Here species is immediately followed by order, but in between there are 2 ranks, family, genus, family. So therefore, the correct answer is genus. How is the key helpful in identification and classification of organisms? Suppose if you take the flora of British India, flora of Madras Presidency, flora of Bombay Presidency, then for a particular family, for a particular genus, the key will be given. As I have shown you, a plant seed with 2 cotyledons. 1 cotyledon, monocotyledon, 2 cotyledons, dicotyledon. Like that. So, key is helpful in identification. Suppose you got a plant, you collected a plant, you saw an animal. Then you want to identify, bring it to the laboratory, open the manual or a flora. Then go through the characteristics. If you follow correctly, you can identify that plant to the species level. Then illustrate the taxonomic hierarchy with suitable examples of a plant animal. Right from species to kingdom. Suppose mustard, Suppose mango, housefly. What is the species? What is the genus? What is the family, order, division, then kingdom. Then if there is still highest rank is there, like domain, that regeneration is found in which animal? Planaria, platyhelminthes. What do you understand by irritability? All animals, all plants respond to changes in the environment. This response is called irritability. It may be positive, it may be negative. Suppose if a bright light falls on your eyes, we close our eyes. That is the negative response. If you get a good smell, you look towards that. That is positive. So, the response of an individual towards the environmental changes is called irritability. Then expand ICBN, ICZN and explain their importance. ICBN, International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. These are international codes. If one wants to name a plant or animal, they have to strictly follow the rules, regulations, guidelines given by the either ICBN or ICZ. Otherwise, it is not valid. Suppose you may name in local language, vernacular language, it is not valid. If you want to name a plant or animal, scientifically, you have to follow the guidelines of international codes. Who proposed the binomial nomenclature? Very simple question, straightforward question. Carl Linnaeus, a Swedish botanist, taxonomist, father of taxonomy. Differentiate taxonomy, systematics. Taxonomy guides us to how to identify, how to name, how to classify. Systematic, suppose you take an area, a given area, suppose a state, Jharkhand state, Uttarakhand, or any other state. What is the flora, fauna? Flora means all the plants put together, flora, all the animals put together, fauna. Then this systematics describe the plants in a given area with details. Where do they, what is their habitat, what is their habit, and when do they come to flowering, when we can collect the fruits and seeds. Such type of details are given in systematics. So systematics is rather a broad subject than the taxonomy. What is the unit of taxonomy? The unit of taxonomy is species lowest unit. But unfortunately in your book, the definition of the species is not given. A population of freely interbreeding individuals. A population of freely interbreeding individuals is known as species. What are the lowest and highest ranks of taxonomic hierarchy? Hierarchy means from lowest to highest, up to kingdom, species to kingdom. So the lowest unit is species, highest is kingdom. Then housefly belongs to order. What is that order? Diptera. Diptera. Then man, scientific name. Homo sapiens. Also remember, when you write the scientific names, there should not be spelling mistake. Spelling mistakes are not allowed. Suppose somebody writes your name wrong, with a spelling mistake, you get irritated. Similarly, in scientific names, spelling mistakes are not allowed. Homo sapien belongs to class, which class? Chordata, non-chordata? Mammalia. Mammalia. Wheat scientific name, wheat. Common name, Triticum aestivum. Family Poaceae. Herbaria, or 4 answers are given: small plants, botanical gardens, dried plants on preserved sheets, manuals for plant identification. What is the correct answer? Dried plants on preserved sheets, paper sheets. Where are these botanical gardens located? Places: Royal Botanical Garden, Kew, London, England. Royal Botanical Garden is Kew. It is in London, England. Indian Botanical Garden, Howrah, near Calcutta. Now it is known as Jagadish Chandra Bose Botanical Garden. C. National Botanical Garden, Lucknow, attached to National Botanical Research Institute, NBRI. What is the difference between zoological park? What is the difference between zoological park and zoo? Both of them seem to be same, but there is a difference. Zoological park is for maintenance of rare and endangered animals. Rare and endangered animals. Those animals are brought from elsewhere, kept in zoological parks, creating natural habitat in which they live. Zoo is for entertainment of children. Suppose the children want to see the animals in live condition: elephant, giraffe, lion, tiger, or some birds, snakes, lizards, tortoises. So it is for entertainment, particularly for children. In taxonomic key, what is the couplet? What is the lead? In flora, we find the keys for every family, every genus, we find the key. Lead is, for example, I told you, a seed with 2 cotyledons is the lead. There are 2 alternatives. One cotyledon, monocotyledon. Second answer, 2 cotyledons, dicotyledons. This is called, these 2 answers are called couplet. What is the difference between flora and manual? Flora, I take the example of Flora of British India by J.D. Hooker. That flora book is there. It describes all the plants of India known by then. That is, manual means it gives us the idea, guidance, how to identify the plant in a given area. So, students, now you have seen the questions, answers. By the questions, what do you understand? You understand that every section, every line is important in your textbook. The questions will be from your textbook only, not from outside. So therefore, you have to be very careful in reading, recording the notes, remembering the points, remembering everything. So that will help. That is the way of reading, preparing for the examinations and thank you.